Well,
It's different for allocation.
it's not
Sorry. I just
it's not different really from allocation.
okay.
But
Okay.
again, technically, it's different from allocation, monthly allocation.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Allocation is okay. What I want to say is that actually everything will be supposed to be sincere because it's not a private money. It's our money. So they need to let Rivers people know. And then the other states too, whether they work, they don't work, they should talk what they use the money to and show people what the type of job, the type of the project that they are carrying out so that people will be aware. Let us be sincere. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you, Afis. Super FM Port Harcourt, good morning. Hello, good morning. All right, do all to call me back. Super FM Port Harcourt, good morning.
Hello?
Good morning. What's your name?
Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome to Super FM Port Harcourt. What is your name? All right, call me back. The phone lines are 081-174-31021 and 070-507-91021. You can drop a comment on Facebook. We're streaming live there. Let me know your thoughts there. Drop it on the live video or drop it on the post this morning. Super FM Port Harcourt, good morning. Welcome.
Yeah, good morning, Obi.
Welcome, Mr. Belgam. Go ahead.
Yes. What Sarah asked, I don't think is bad. But the thing is that I'm tired of this Sarah. How many times have this Sarah sued Buhari? What have they come out with? Sarah. We already did this. We already did the federal government. How many times they are channeling the attention of governors? I think ask this question of be how many times have this Sarah asked Buhari or sue Buhari? They have been asking, they have been suing, nothing. I'm tired of this kind of people. I don't know this good Sarah.
All right.
It's nothing. So in River State here, at least this man has done something. Even if he shows you this is what he has done, what are you going to do? What will you do? So all these things are just, people just want to be recognized. And their recognition is just nothing because they see Buhari, nothing comes out of it. Like people just go arrest and beg you, let's go. I'm praying for a good governance.
All right.
Government to come. Let people enjoy their life because people are suffering. Thank you, Belgam.
Thank you very much, Mr. Belgam. Super FM Port Harcourt, good morning.
Morning, enemy of Ndibo. How are you?
Me, enemy of Ndibo.
Now, Obi, I'm not happy with you this morning, to be sincere with you.
Tell me about...
Which judge, AB call in the morning, and the newspaper reviewer, he refused to pick my call. Which judge in this country that said the unknown government are Igbos? Why will you say that on air?
I am saying to you that there are legitimate Igbo people. So if we say
it's not what you said. Listen.
Can you respond? Can you respond to this conversation now? Or
he said that everybody is.
All right. Thank you very much for your comment, Ken Billions. Don't do that, please. Good morning, Super FM Port Harcourt.
Good morning, my sister.
Welcome. Good to have you on the program. Please go ahead.
Yes, my 1,000 naira. I'm waiting.
Oh, right, from the mobile app. So leave the comment on the mobile app. Thank you so much. Thank you. Good morning, Super FM Port Harcourt. Hello, good morning. All right, I'll take some comments on WhatsApp right now. 0905-948-1021 is the text line. Don't forget to include your name. I'd like to know who you are. 0905-948-1021. You can call 0705-07-91021. 070507-91021 or 081-174-31021. 081-174-31021. Super FM Port Harcourt, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome, sir.
My name is Alaliwo.
Your name is?
No, my name is Mercy Alaliwo.
Okay, Nelson Alaliwo, go ahead, please. Go ahead, please.
Yes. The fact is that we're in a situation where the government is supposed to do whatever they like. Now, it is very, very necessary for the state government to tell us what is done and how much is expended in doing what is being done. We have a budget. Where are the funds coming from? You tell us 13% derivation. What about internally generated revenue? What about allocation? money comes from different sources, and then you just do some mirage of a project, and then you target with any kind of price so that people just say you're working. No, it doesn't work like that. You should know. If you tell us this is what you are doing, a particular flyover, there are experts that will value it. I mean, yes, this is sustainable or not. So you don't just wake up, run one project, run the government without a budget or stuff like that, and then you expect people to clap for you because you're doing work. So it is very, very necessary for us to have a system. That is the only way we can make a meaningful progress, if you ask me as a state. I don't want to double into other states that have not given account of. Let us look at our own, what we have on our table,
right?
River State.
So we shouldn't bother with this particular one. It's not necessary for us.
Of course, you're looking at someone else and you have fire on your roof. The state is suffering, whether you like it or not. What are the projects? You have flyovers all over the place. What about human capital development? What about other sectors?
So you're calling for that publishing as well. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, it is very, very important.
All right.
It is very, very important. Let us know. Yes, you are doing something.
All right then.
You understand what I'm saying? Okay?
I understand you very well.
You don't go to the market and get a tube of Maggi for 500,000 naira. And I will be glad you bought me Maggi.
All right.
I know Maggi to be 20 naira.
Okay, I get
So
you.
it's very necessary. And the state government do that to still accountability.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so now I have my guest on the show this morning, and he is the chairman of the Rivers Civil Society Organization, NFR Georgewell. Welcome. Thank you for joining me.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning, Rivers people.
Okay, so we're still on the conversation this morning, and if you've just tuned in on Super 93.3 FM, today we're looking at the call being made by SERAP, the Socioeconomic Rights and Accountability Project, urging governors of the 9 oil-producing states in the Niger Delta to publish details of spending of the oil derivation refunds of 625 billion naira recently paid to them by the federal government. And SERAP is saying they should disclose this information so that it will enable Nigerians to scrutinize the spending of the refund. NFR Georgewell, what do you think, first of all? Do you think for Rivers State as a state it's important? Do you think that we need to bother because there are different projects situated in different parts of the state where the governor can say this is where the money is going to? And he has made it known, thanking the president, that the president even did this refund. What the other administration could not do or refused to do, this president did it. And he's saying that is where he has gotten money to do all these projects. Do you think we need it in River State?
Yeah, of course, we needed these details in River State. And of course, this is because democracy comes with accountability. Democracy, like I've always argued, is beyond just building of bridges or building of flyover, depending on where you stand in the argument. But it's more about accountability. It's more about openness in governance. It's more about responding, to agitations and calls of the people. That's what democracy feels. So that is where SERAP call became very pertinent. That the governors in Niger Delta, in this case specifically,
River State, yes,
should tell us what they have specifically done with the 13% derivative. And this again caused by civil society organizations and coalitions like ours in River State, and of course organizations in Niger Delta that have been demanding that a board specifically set up should be set up. For the oil producing states. Mind you, this money is not just money for River State and the Niger Delta. The money actually is for communities where these resources are domiciled.
Okay.
I don't know whether you are getting my argument.
I get your point.
Yes. See, this money is not just that 13% derivative is not just for the entire Rivers people. Neither is it for the entire Niger Delta people. Mm-hmm. Yes, I agree that by by virtue of how oil exploration works, yes, there may be triple effect even on communities who don't produce oil.
Yes.
But specifically, like the name goes, derivation, derivation, 13%. It means that the place where the people who suffer this thing the most, the place where this thing is, because of course, these are very harmful gaseous chemicals.
Yes.
That when it leaves the soil, it has very great negative impact on those who are resident there.
Yes.
So that 30% derivation was actually supposed to cushion the effect of this devastation, the effect of this exploration and exploitation are going on in a particular environment. So that is why it's a question of law this time around. The law requires that to set up what they call an oil mineral producing board. In Delta, we have the SOPADEC. In Edo, you have the SOPADEC. But in River State, the River blatantly refused. Refused to set up this board. The essence of this board is to take care of those places, those persons, who in which community this
exploration and exploitation,
and exploitation is happening. The River State government refused to do it. Now, if you argue, and again, let me say this, that you even set up for cater for these persons in River State, does not mean that you will still not do projects in their communities. Do you understand what I mean?
I do.
What I mean is that even if you have on the basis of 13% derivation, even if you have do projects or do one or two things that they require, just as you are doing for other communities,
you should still do for them.
But in addition to derivation, still do projects for them or do other things for them.
Right.
I don't know if you're getting my point.
I do, absolutely.
So the argument of the River State government, they have done projects here and there. As far as I'm concerned, it's not tenable because, apart from Obi Akpan and Faga, there you see most of the projects, and of course, many cases, in Obi Akpan and Faga, how many communities are oil bearing communities? Really, how many? Most of the communities that are oil bearing communities are found, like for example, Soku, Bodo. These are places where you have commercial the Orashi region, for some communities in the Orashi region. Where you have large quantity, commercial quantity of
crude,
of oil, oil and gas,
yes,
that feeds the nation and feeds the state. So what really has happened there? So if you do one or two projects and you now say that it is because of 30% derivation,
yes,
then what about their own quota of projects you're supposed to do as a state government, whether or not 13% is coming or not? So these are the arguments that we are placing before the River State government. That board should be set up by the River State government. Unfortunately, we just have few months to the end of this government, and we fear if this government will actually set it up. But we want to say that in our own judgment, the River State government have not utilized the essence of the 13% derivation in communities. That's our position.
Okay.
We will still put the ball in the court of the River State government to explain to us what they have done with the 13% derivation. Let us show us in those communities what they have done with it.
Okay. Now, there are some people who think that SERAP is just stirring up controversy, unnecessary controversy, and perhaps just trying to stay in the spotlight and appear relevant, right? Because, again, the question is, they have been making calls at the federal government left, right, and center. How many of these calls have they followed through with? Why? I mean, this is just noise-making. This is what some people have to say. What do you think?
It's funny. So an organization is calling for accountability, is calling for the right thing to be done, and you call it noise. I think, with the greatest respect to those who share that view, I think that it is self-mockery. Two things. It's either they are not part of the host communities who suffer this degradation, or if they are, then it's just self-mockery. Why if someone is saying that the right thing should be done? Someone is saying that give us account for what's been done. So how would you now begin to blame, instead of you to call on, join them to call on government to do the property? You are now, on the other hand, even mocking yourself. As I know, 90% of those who work in setup, not from the Niger Delta. So of course, I'm a civil servant and NGO, so from outside is even helping you to ask questions. You are not telling them that they are noise makers. If you now argue too that they have made earlier call, and those earlier calls, that nothing has come out of it. The government should be ashamed, not Sarah. Sarah have done what they are supposed to do, and they are, in some cases they're even in court with the federal government and state government, separately. So those who should be ashamed are our courts, our judiciary, who have not been able to give a critical judgment on this matter. The federal government and the state government who have not been able to do their job. I'm not to blame Sarah. That is sorry for us that should happen. I think it's just self-mocking. Whoever is saying that is just mocking himself, and that's shameful.
Indeed. Well, thank you very much, NFR Judge Will, for your time. I understand that I caught you in the middle of something right now, but thank you very much for joining me.
It's always a pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so you've heard from the chairman of the River State Civil Society Organization on this issue of accountability and this call being made by the Socioeconomic Rights and Accountability Project, SERAP, urging governors of the 9 oil-producing states in the Niger Delta, River State specifically for us who are as indigenes or citizens of River State, we're saying, on the one hand, do we need this? On the other hand, don't we need to know? Yes, we're seeing projects being done, but we need the specifics. This money now, our money, it's not your money. If it's your money, we can say, well, do as you please. And we can go on and thank and glorify you for doing such wonderful projects. But if it isn't your money, as much as we say thank you for utilizing it and making it work for the people of River State, we also want to see the numbers, publish it for the sake of accountability. He who fears, they say, if you are not afraid of falling, then hey, come on, jump, right? We're also saying that if you have nothing to hide, then you should not fear this particular call. You shouldn't have any qualms with it. But on the other hand, we're seeing the projects being executed. And if SERAP is saying, give us locations, publish details and locations of projects executed with the money, we have several projects to point at. But now, an interesting angle has just been brought to this conversation by my guest, NFR Judge Will, saying that this money is for the host communities, the communities that are suffering untold hardship due to the gross environmental degradation going on in their lands that has crippled their economy, their local economy. And so this money, they need it the most, and the money is there. So the state governments that are receiving, or the state governors that are receiving these funds, are supposed to use it primarily for the host communities, not to mention the fact that in the end, when sharing is happening for the other states, based on the fact that in the end, they're all part of the state, they should also get what is due them as part of the state, minus their 13% derivation. So this is quite interesting. But we see that, do you think that the host communities, I don't want to say we see, because it's possible that I'm seeing something that you don't see. So what do you see in these host communities? Do you also think that the money has reached them? The 13% derivation refund has reached them. The federal government recently disbursed or refunded 625 billion naira to state governors in the 9 Niger Delta states. Do you think that the people who own this money, the money has reached them? Do you think so? Bodo, or Baibi Mandoni local government, Bodo and Gokana local government area, the Kalabari, states, local government areas, those riverine communities whose waterways, the Jaw people, these people are suffering. Oh my goodness, if you've ever had to travel by sea to see what is happening in these communities by the waterside, you will know that there is something called suffering. That what you're dealing with in Port Harcourt and Obiakbo is nothing, in paradise compared to what they're dealing with. What do you think these people are seeing it? And so don't we need to see where this money is going to, what this money is going to, what is being done with? Don't you think so? Let me know your thoughts. 08117 431 and 07050791021. You can send an SMS or WhatsApp message on 0905 Super FM Port Harcourt, good morning. All right, call me back. Good morning, Super FM Port Harcourt.
Hello, good morning, Obi Ivy.
Comrade Tambari, good to have you on the program. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you for having me. How are you doing?
Very well, thank you. And you?
Yes. Obi, please, sometimes when you call the amount that is involved in this whole discussion, it looks as if I wish I can see just 1% of that money.
1% is too much. 0.5%, you would leave, 0.005.
Oh,
safe.
God. Oh, God. Heaven is my place for having this. Well, it is very disheartening to hear the way money is exchanging hands, and yet Rivers people and those who are actually concerned, like the host communities, are not even feeling impact of this. They have begged for this aquatic life, and they've not seen. I don't know if we really have the blood that run through our veins with the way people are lamenting, people are shedding tears as a result of the environment they live, and that is not providing any positive impact to them. I want to urge the Rivers State government to please, this is not all about bragging. This is not all about boasting. Keep politics aside. Your people are suffering. Go to Bodo. I got there some days ago, and I almost shed tears.
All right.
I've been to some other places, but please, let's leave politics.
All right, then.
And bring governance to our people.
Good morning, Super FM Port Harcourt.
Good morning, the very distinguished. How are you doing this morning?
I am very well, Temple Okeri. Go ahead, please. Welcome.
The very distinguished. It's so sad that we are in this an unfortunate situation. I come from a community that produces the best oil and gas, Umechen precisely here in the local government area. And still sometimes, in as much as they are pushing forward for the good of the people, but sometimes I see them trying to play politics with the whole situation. Sometimes I begin to ask, most of the matters they are taken to court that are described as they suffer what I call meningitis in court. Sometimes some of them don't see the light of the day. Sometimes some of them are just media trial and media propaganda. Even when matters are being dished out from the courts, the judiciary themselves doesn't follow those their words with a matching action. When I say a matching action, you give orders to so persons, and those orders being given are being flattered. Nothing is being done. Not even the derivation or not derivation. The little ones that are coming within the confines of our community, direct to our community. We talk about the cluster or the GMOE that is even passed away, that the PIA is taking in place now. Well, have the people benefited the impact of that money that is coming within the confines of the community?
All right, then.
So I think it beckons on personalities and individuals that has been it fit that money that are meant for the development of the people are not being converted to personal development.
All right,
so
then.
for me, if Sarah will come from a good perspective in making sure that this one wouldn't go as usual, where we see
what would that mean? What exactly do you think?
Houses
So,
and it ends there. Nothing happens at the end of the day. I think if they will follow this matter to a conclusion, they will fighting down.
All right, thank you. Good morning, Super FM Port Harcourt.
Good morning, different man from Port Harcourt.
Good to have you on the program, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah. SERAP is a very, very outstanding and outspoken organization.
Yeah.
And anyone that talks down on that organization either doesn't know what that organization has achieved for Nigerians or is doing that out of political ignorance. Because sometimes they allow politics to blind us and make us to be intentionally ignorant of things that we ordinarily know. SERAP's call for the Niger Delta governors to be accountable, to give an account of how they have spent this 30% derivation is a call that every reasonable Nigerian should support. We are not even supposed to call on them to give an account of money that they are in charge of. Take, for example, that your establishment.
Yes.
For example, at the end of the month, the board of directors will require the management to give an account of how they spent the money that came in. Is it not?
Absolutely.
It's not a crime. Of course, you give an account after you've paid salary, after you've done all the things that you're supposed to do. What do you have left? How did you spend the money that came in? It's a simple thing. We are forgetting that these political leaders are servants. We elected them, we put them there where they are employers. And they're supposed to give an account of how you spend the money to your employer. We heard some time ago when the governor of Rivers State came out to say that he's giving an account of his stewardship to Rivers State. They are giving an account of stewardship to Rivers State, and you have not told us how much you got and how you spent it. Telling us that you built flyovers. Is that giving an account? If somebody gave you 100 million and you spend, 50 million in that 100 million and told us that this is what you do. If you don't give an account, how are we going to know if you are efficient?
All right, different man. Thank you. Good morning, Super FM Port Harcourt. Welcome.
Good morning.
Welcome. What's your name?
Hector.
Hector, where are you calling from?
From Oguguru.
All right, go ahead, please.
Thank you. It is unfortunate. Sometimes those who cry against marginalization are themselves marginalizing others. Over here in the South, we cry that the North is oppressing us, the North is marginalizing us. But what have they done with the little that we are having to develop the oil-producing communities? What are the governors doing with the money that they are having to develop the oil-producing communities? Those who produce the bomb feed from the crumbs. They give them the crumbs that fall from the table. That is what the governors are doing, and that is why you see some of our governors in the South are becoming too powerful because of excess money.
All right.
Look at River State. Have you traveled to Bile? Have you been to Ki? Have you been to Tombia? Tegema, Bakana, and Ogruama? Bakana, and Tombia are the closest Kalabari communities to Port Harcourt. Yet they don't have access route. The people are suffering, importing things, goods to their communities to develop their community. Last week I was in Bile. Bile is one of the oil-producing community, highest oil-producing community, oil and gas producing community in River State. The people only manage to develop their communities individually without government effort. There is no government present there. The people of Bile individually develop, they begin to create roads, internal roads in their community.
All right, then.
Because they no longer have confidence in the government of the state. It is very, very unfortunate that the money that is meant for the oil-producing communities is not properly utilized to develop those communities. Our governors should sit up and do the right thing with the money. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your comment. Appreciate it. Good morning, Super FM Port Harcourt.
Good morning, Abdi.
Mr. Wanla, welcome.
Thank you very much. Mr. President paid 625 billion naira as oil derivative to Niger Delta State, I think. I want to ask a question. Is it possible for those people living in flood-devastated area to bear wings that they will use to fly up by next year because we have received flood alert? Is it possible? Then if it is not possible, what is the essence of building flyovers here and there instead of using this money that belongs to various environments? Seeing that the owners of those environments are not feeling comfortable because of natural disaster, why don't state government use those money to develop those areas so that the owners of this environment will sleep comfortably during rainy season in their house? Imagine, I am not happy. In Aja State, where I am from, does Okezinia Ibazu have no part in this fund? Why is it that he asked civil servants to forfeit 8 months salary for him? Now, the civil servants in Abia State, I want the people of Abia State in Rivers State to hear me very well. The civil